Hi everyone, I am Alchemistic. Thank you so much for joining me today. In today's video, we're going to go over quite a bit. So I've got a couple of success stories I want to share from clients in regards to SPs. This entire video is going to be on manifesting SPs, but also about something that's been coming up with a lot of my clients, specifically with SPs, but this could go with any other manifestation. It could be money, it could be success, it could be body changes. It doesn't matter. It could even be health. There's a lot of confused people. I was one of them, right? That kind of misunderstand what feeling is the secret is. You know, they fixate on the feelings and the emotions so much that they don't actually understand what it means. So I'm going to go over that in this video because that has came up quite a bit with my clients and I've been able to shift their mindset. So I want to go over that here to help others as well. But before I get into all of that, if you are new to me, thank you so much for joining me. If you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. I do post videos every single week in regards to manifestation, law of assumption, and spiritual topics. If that's your jam, go ahead and join me. And make sure that you click the notification bell so that you know when I upload new videos. Now, if you are new to me, definitely go check out my other videos. Check out my reintroduction video to know what I'm about or what I was doing before, what I'm doing now, and all of those things. If you would like to work with me personally, the links to my services are in the description below. I did book out last month for my texting memberships. There are some openings right now, so if you would like one of those, go ahead and snag a spot while they're still available. But let's go ahead and get into this. So I want to go into this topic of feeling is the secret, but first I want to go over some success stories. So first, I already posted this on my community tab as well as on Instagram, but I wanted to go over it here as well. And I'm going to put a screenshot of it on the screen as well so you can read it with me. But this was emailed over to me and I'm going to read her story. Hi, Alchemistic. I had to email you. Everything just unfolded. I want you to use this email as one of your success stories. I got a couple of audio coachings from you when you first opened your services last month. I just opened my services in December again. So previous, I had done tarot readings and coaching back in 2020 and 2021, but I just reopened everything just for manifestation back in December. So let's go ahead and go into this. I desperately needed help with my SP and business. So first, SP, right? This is most of you guys. I dated this guy for a few weeks, early 2024. Then out of nowhere, he ghosted. It was devastating because I felt such a strong connection to him. There were so many signs I felt that he's the one. I fell into the trap that he's my twin flame, spent so much money on tarot readings, twin flame coaches. Then I found the law of assumption community. I want to say in April last year, I became obsessed with SP content. We've all been there. I bought so many courses, spent thousands on coaches, some of the top ones, and just felt worse and worse. I was creating so much debt, and on top of it all, my business that was thriving in 2023 started plummeting. I was at the lowest I had ever been. So I want to stop there for just a moment and tell you guys that I relate to this story. So the clients that come to me often relate to some of the things that I have been through and I have done. So I'm able to coach them so that way it doesn't take as long for them. So if you want to know my story on the whole twin flame stuff, I have a video. I think it's labeled Twin Flames, Soulmates, and SPs. Go check that out. I talk about everything on that, as well as in my reintroduction video. She says, I then found your YouTube channel after you posted about tarot and twin flames. Everything clicked. Everything made sense for the first time. I listened to your stories and I remember messaging you on Instagram. Just from this short conversation we had, I felt an instant shift. I remember asking you for coaching before you started it, so as soon as it was opened, I got it. I still replay the audios every day just to remind myself. So this client ordered just my audio coaching because I wasn't doing live calls yet, and I wasn't doing the texting membership yet. So I was just doing email and audio coaching at that time. And she ordered a couple of audio coachings. So how those work is you send me over your requests, so your questions, and then I send you an audio file back to you, either via email or on WhatsApp. She did it via email. So she says, well, first my business started doing better in November after our Instagram messages. Then in December, I had my best month ever. We made the most profit in that month, which is normally the slowest month in my industry than I ever made. Sorry. I already know 2025 will be my best year ever. I did your New Year practice and I'm so excited. So when she's talking about messaging me on Instagram, she literally was just asking if I would coach her. There was no coaching going on within those messages. So I want to make that clear that when people message me, they're typically asking about my services, and they typically ask me, can you help me with X situation, right? And it's always my assumption that everybody that just talks to me, they could DM me, they could watch my videos. As long as you hear me, you have an instant shift. That's my assumption. So it's every single time with my clients. My clients tell me every single time before they even purchase anything from me, they feel a shift. And then after they do coaching with me, like the shift is like 10x. So let's go ahead and go into this. So back to SP. I'm single with no kids and no family near me, so went out with friends on Christmas Eve. Guess who I bumped into? Yep, SP. And he approached me. He said I looked better than he even remembered, that I was literally glowing. He told me that he apologized for his absence, that he started to fall in love with me so quickly that it scared him. Then he had a family loss and didn't want to drag me into his grieving. We chatted for a bit, then he gave me his new number. Then 2 days before New Year's Eve, he asked if I'd spend it with him. We are now back on track, and he told me, now that I have a second chance, I'm never letting you go again. I can't thank you enough. I'll send you another email, but I have questions about your texting membership. I want to do that this month, please. Love you so much. And then she says her name, so I blocked that out. But here's what I want to tell you guys, okay? It does not matter how long it's been. It does not matter anything, because let me see here. What did she say? She said that she bumped into him, right? They hadn't seen each other in months, right? What did she say? That he ghosted when? Let me go back here. Okay, so they dated early 2024 and then he ghosted. And okay, so she doesn't say exactly when he ghosted, but she said that they only dated a few weeks. So it could have been February, March that he ghosted, right? Maybe even January. Who knows, right? So he ghosted. She did all the things we all do, right? Obsessed over tarot, obsessed over this, obsessed over that. Spent so much money, went to so many different coaches, and was not getting anywhere. And I relate to this because I had been there and I had done that. When I went through my twin flame situation back in 2019, I did the same exact thing, right? You can go watch my videos on that and know my story. But long story short, I was in her shoes and I switched it around. So I knew exactly what she was going through, and everything that she's saying, like the words that he said to her, those were part of her scripting. Those were part of her affirmations in regards to him. Those were part of her visuals, is that he would say something like that. This is how powerful these things are, guys. It's how powerful it actually is. So I want to go into another success story, and this one is an audio message. So I'm going to play it for you guys, and I tested this out before, so I'm playing it on my other phone. This is my business phone. I'm recording on my private one. And the audio did go through. So I'm going to play, this is on WhatsApp, okay? I'm going to play this message for you guys, and you can hear what this client said as well in regards to their SP. So let's go ahead and play it.
Hey, Alchemistic, I've got an update for you, and I wanted you to use this as a testimonial because you are so amazing. I can't thank you enough. You literally saved me. You saved me, and I don't know how else to express that. But I want to reiterate my story so that you can use this as a testimonial. Go ahead and use the voice audio here, but long story short, we're back together. So, background is when I came to you, me and my boyfriend had broken up, and it was bad, girl. And he had told me that he didn't want to be with me, that he wasn't attracted to me, all these bad things about me. And then he went off with somebody else that he told me was just a friend and to not worry about, and was literally sending me photos of them together. And I mean, some of them were pretty sexually explicit. And I told you about this, and it was breaking me down and really tearing me apart. Like, why would he want to hurt me like this? But you kept assuring me, like, if I really want this person to see him differently. And so I deleted everything. I deleted all the texts. I deleted all the stuff and just pretended it never happened. I revised it as you told me to, because that did resonate with me. And literally, I think it was a week and a half later, he texted me as if nothing ever happened. Like, we never had a fallout. We have never broken up. He was calling me my pet name, and he was super affectionate and telling me how attractive I am and sending me sexy pictures. And yeah, so I just went with it. And literally, it's like nothing from the past happened. He never left me. He never went with this other guy. And that guy doesn't even exist now. So he was a work friend of his, and you told me to revise it as it's just somebody at work, and they don't even talk, they don't even hang out. And now, recently, we were in person, we were on a date, and I asked him about this work friend, and he was like, yeah, we sit next to each other, what about it? Like, he acted like it was nothing, like they don't talk, they're not friends. This is insane, girl. I didn't believe you at first. I really didn't, but you know, I was like, let me just try this out. Let me see what this is all about, and let me just go all in. And I went all in, girl. I did everything you told me to. I affirmed, I scripted, I revised, and I said, what's the worst that can happen? What is the worst that can happen? So I also needed to say, I didn't say this earlier, but the breakup was 2 months ago, and I have went to so many other coaches in that time. I went to tarot readers, I went to healers, I went to all these things. I spent so much money. And girl, literally a week and a half after our call, we had a 30-minute call. It's like everything shifted. Everything shifted. And I went ahead and signed up for your texting membership because there's some other things that I want to work on. But yeah, I wanted you to share this. Please share this with your people. And I'm so happy I'm back with him, and it's like nothing ever happened. I'll send you another voice note. I have a question, but I'll send you another voice note. But yeah, share this, please.
Okay, guys, this is my point right here. Your feelings and emotions don't matter. This client, when we got on a call, because we did quite a bit, okay? He first came to me and did an email coaching, and then it went to an audio message, and then it went to a phone call, okay? And he was literally devastated. He was crying. He was hysterical. He was feeling all the feelings, right? We've all been there, again. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because as you see, his success. Now, everybody's situation is different. Don't focus on the time that it took these clients. Focus on the result, okay? His desire was to be back with his boyfriend, and he is back with his boyfriend. Period. The end. Right? I gave him quite a bit of things to work on. Number one, to let him know that it's okay to have feelings. It is okay to have emotions. It's okay to cry. That's the human experience. Okay? You are not ruining your manifestation by having feelings and emotions. You aren't. As long as you know within that your desire is here and now, you already have it, that's all it is. Go back to my no matter what video, right? I could have easily, when I was battling cancer, said, oh, well, it's over, I've got cancer, this, that, and the other. No, the inner knowing was, no matter what, this is my end result. I am healthy, just like him. No matter what, I am with my boyfriend. No matter what, nothing ever happened. No matter what, right? This work friend is just a work friend. They were never together. Now, everybody's situation is different. What technique, what method, all of that sort of stuff, it really doesn't matter. And I'll do another video on that. But I wanted to focus on the feelings and emotions, okay? Both of these clients were dealing with severe emotions and feelings, right? The first client in her email said she was devastated. And she told me when we did coaching that she's literally still crying herself to sleep every night when she first came to me. And we've all been there. Now, one thing I do need to say about my assumptions about my clients and the people that are drawn to me and attracted to me is it's always my assumption that everybody that comes to me resonates with me. Everybody that comes to me has been to other coaches, knows about the law of assumption, knows about manifestation, knows about law of attraction, right? They've been in this space and they've tried it and it hasn't worked with them, but whatever I say to them instantly clicks, right? It's always my assumption that some of these people, not all my clients, but some of them have gone through the twin flame journey, have done the tarot readings, have done this, have done that, and my answers are always the same. Stop the fucking tarot readings. Okay? Stop them. Go watch my videos on tarot readings. Go watch those and why I'm saying that. Okay? And go watch the video on, if you resonate with the whole twin flame stuff, go watch the video on twin flame soulmates and SPs. But my point is people get the feeling is the secret wrong, okay? When Neville talks about feeling is the secret, think about this for just a moment. What is intuition? Intuition is that inner knowing, right? Intuition is your inner knowing. People call it a gut feeling. We're getting somewhere, right? People call it a gut feeling. There's so many types of intuition, right? So you've got, I'm trying to remember all the names for them. Clairaudience, which is hearing. Clairvoyance, which is seeing. Claircognance, which is the inner knowing. Clairsentience, which is the empathic, is the feelings, right? You start feeling other people's feelings. It's all the same thing. It's all you. It's all your assumptions. It's your beliefs. It's your faith. That's what feeling is the secret is. The feeling is your knowing. It's your faith. It's your belief. It's not your emotions. Go watch my video on how I fixed the relationship with my son. While my son hated me, while my son was talking bad about me and believing lies, I was crying every single night. I was devastated, right? I felt I lost my son, and I'm getting emotional right now, and that's okay. See, it's okay to have those emotions. That means when you have those negative emotions, that means this isn't your desired reality. This isn't your desire. That's why you're having those emotions. It's that inner knowing that this isn't the truth, right? When his SP went off with this other person, was sending him all this stuff, he told me, he was like, it doesn't seem real. It doesn't seem real. I was like, because it's not. Because it's not. If it doesn't feel real to you, it is not real. And we've all been there with SPs, right? We've all been there when an SP said something that made no sense, right? Made no sense. Makes no logical sense. It doesn't make sense because it is your feeling. It is your gut. It is your intuition telling you this is not the reality. What's in here and what's in here, what's inside is the reality, right? The feeling is the secret, is your intuition, is your belief, is your faith. That's the secret. It's knowing your power as the I am, as reality itself, as the universe, as God. It's knowing that you are reality itself and everything outside of you is you. That's why these clients were able to shift into a reality where some of these things didn't exist anymore. Right? Where his SP was dating a work friend, and now he's like, what are you talking about? He sits next to me. What about it? He literally wrote that down when he revised it. That's why your feelings don't matter. He deleted everything because now it doesn't exist. See, multiple versions of reality exist. All you are doing when you are manifesting is you are selecting a different version of reality to experience. And then you are becoming the self that has that desire, that has that reality, and then you shift to that reality. That's why his reality is totally different now. I have a video on Mandela effects and matrix glitches. Go watch that and I explain a little bit more. Okay? Go watch my Stop Select Self video. That's what I taught him. I said, okay, it's okay for you to feel your feelings, cry them out. Cry them out right now, right? And release them and say, this is no longer my reality. I have these feelings because it's a lie, right? I have these feelings because that's my feeling, that's my intuition, that's my belief telling me this isn't real, right? You're having those feelings for a reason. When you're in debt, right? When you're not doing well financially, like the first client, she was devastated about that as well. Because it's not the truth. And as soon as she realized it's not the truth and then kept affirming her truth and knowing her truth as real, she had her best month ever in a month where her industry, it's typically slow. This is why recessions don't matter. Nothing in your 3D matters. It doesn't matter who's in office. It doesn't matter if we're in a recession. Go watch my video on 3D circumstances don't matter, and it's about like politics and stuff. Like who's in office doesn't matter. Something like that. Go watch that video. Okay? None of this stuff matters. The feeling is the secret, is your intuition. It's your knowing. That is it. The methods don't matter. The techniques don't matter. All they do is get you into the state of knowing without a doubt, with unwavering faith, that your desire is here now. That you already have it. That's it. That's all it does. So I want to close this out because I don't want this video to be terribly long, but there was so much I had to get into this, I want to talk about, it's not a personal like coaching success story, but it's a success story with a friend of mine from years ago. So those of you new to me, I have been into manifestation, law of attraction, law of assumption, like all of the things for 23 years, over 23 years, okay? You can go watch my videos on like my journey and everything else to kind of understand like when it all started. But a few years ago, I was working at a corporate job and I sat next to a guy that had the biggest crush on someone in our office. He wasn't in our department, anything like that, so no conflict of interest. But this other guy was straight. He had just got through a divorce with a woman, and a lot of women in the office were after him. Like he was very attractive, okay? And my work friend said, oh, he's so hot. I want him so much, but he's straight. And I said, what does that matter? And I kind of went into some mindset shifts with him on seeing himself as the prize, as seeing himself as so magnetic and attractive that it doesn't matter that now his SP will fall in love with him. His sexuality doesn't matter, right? And I knew a little bit about the law of assumption back then, but not to the extent that I do now. And I just was honestly seeing if this would work. And I was seeing if it would work through my friend, right? So I went over this shift with him and I started telling him, I was like, just envision that you're already with him. Like when you have fantasies about him, envision that they're real, right? That you're cuddling at night and, you know, you're going on a date. Like when you're taking a shower, you're talking to him as he's brushing his teeth. You get my point, right? And so we did that. And slowly but surely, they started talking. It was friends at first, right? And then my friend made a move on him, and he didn't push him away. They are now married. It started, I want to say, 4 or 5 years ago. Okay, this is when I first learned about Neville Goddard and first learned about the law of assumption. Before that, it was like all law of attraction type stuff. And yeah, they're now married. They've been married for 1.5 years now and happier than ever. Like his SP, now his husband, says that this is who he should have been with all along. That he didn't realize that all these women were not the one for him, that he's the one for him. And so now. And it's all about seeing yourself as the ideal partner for your SP. Right? It's all about that. Knowing that you are the center of your reality. You are the universe itself. Your SP doesn't exist until you are aware of their existence. That's how powerful you are. So why wouldn't they want to be with the person that makes them exist in reality? So I'm going to leave you guys with that. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. If you resonated with anything I said, put them in the comments. Like and share the video with anyone that might need it. And yeah, if you'd like to work with me, like I said, links are in the description. I also have an ebook as well with my top 5 methods. Again, the method doesn't matter. It's just the methods that personally have worked for me and for some of my clients. Okay, you can check that out. I think that's it. There are going to be some updates coming. I am working on a few more things, a few possibly courses and more ebooks. So keep an eye out for that. If you guys have any suggestions for content that you would like to see or any services you would like, put them in the comments. But I'm going to leave you guys with that. It is always my assumption that everyone that watches my videos has the most amazing day or night of their lives, and I already know that that's the case for you. Take care.